All right, welcome to the Wiley Manager 3-minute crash course on quitting your job. Bob, talk to me.
It's how to quit gracefully, Jed. You got to quit gracefully. It's what it's all about. So, yeah, we're going to talk again about what to do before you quit, what to do actually during the meeting when you quit, about what to do in that transitionary period when you're serving out your 2 weeks notice, and finally what you do after you quit. So it's important that you think about all of these things because you never know when you're going to want to go back to a company, or there's going to be people in that company that you want to interface with, and you want to make sure that all the memories people have of you are good, fuzzy, warm memories, Jed, not cranky, miserable ones.
Yeah.
So this is why you actually do need to give some thought to this. So one of the things you need to do before you quit is you actually have to plan your communication strategy out in advance. Okay, so you can do this on the back of the napkin if you want, but you need to make sure that you very carefully consider who you have to talk to in what order to make sure that you do it well. You don't want your boss finding out you're quitting through the grapevine.
No.
Not a good way to advance your career. Make sure you prepare a story. Okay, so you have to have some sort of idea why you're quitting, and usually you're sanitizing the real reasons. That's fine. You should do that when you quit, but make sure that you stick with your story and you don't offer the sanitized story to one group, i.e. your boss, and a different story to perhaps your peers, right? Make sure every time anybody leaves an organization, there's going to be some element of grapevine. Make sure that you manage that grapevine very carefully. Make sure you give appropriate notice. Don't walk out the door with 1 day's notice if that's going to leave your organization high and dry. And always remember that they might throw a counteroffer in front of you. You need to premeditate in advance what your response to that will be. Mm-hmm. All right, moving on to actually doing the deed. This is not a pleasant conversation for anybody. Make sure it happens quickly. Do it fast. Get it off your chest. Make it happen. This is not the place to go in and re-air your grievances. You should have done that a long time ago. And don't forget that they may choose to escort you off site that day, so be ready for that.
Yeah.
Okay? If you don't get escorted off site and you are going to be working there for some period of 2 or 3 weeks, make sure you try to leave people in good shape. Okay, tell them where the bodies are all buried. Don't leave other people to figure things out on their own. Keep your negativity in check, and remember that any of these people could be future references for you. Okay. After you quit, it's a real good job to try to keep in touch with people there, because again, you don't know 5 years from now if one of your peers or one of your subordinates might be a potential hiring manager for you 5 years from now. So, keep in touch with people as you go along. Never badmouth the employer after you've left the place. That's not going to do anybody any good. And if you really want to be a hero, you can make yourself available for questions for whoever replaced you. It might be a very nice thing to do, and everybody will think nice things about Jed after he's left the organization.
All right, there's your 3-minute crash course from Wiley Manager. You can check out the longer, full-length version of the podcast on how to quit your job gracefully, and you can get that at www.wileymanager.com. Also available on iTunes.